We are being challenged to the limit down here. But I have to say that despite my painful injuries, that I'm rather enjoying this. Yeah, it hurts to walk, move, or whatever with this gaping wound, but it's all part of adventuring, especially when we are facing such tough opponents. I'm not happy, but I have more of a feeling of being content. It's fulfilling, seeing these tough opponents being defeated. To know that we can do what few others are capable of, it's great. I think with my return memories that I have gained in skill, since I can recall all my training, techniques, and experience from my entire life. I don't mind getting hurt, as long as Shoti is there to bandage me up and give me some of her loving care during our rest. Especially her loving care during recovery. She takes her job as a healer quite seriously. Her kisses and seeing her concerned look when I'm injured makes me feel all the more cared for. Loved even. She's a lovely woman, and I think I am blessed for having her in my life. I don't know what is wrong with Adair. I think he's an idiot for not warming up to her. I know it was about her views on Aethys and Berath and being a bit of a strange person to want to shepherd the spirits to the god of rebirth. I don't really think she is odd, just different. Just like I've gotten used to seeing myself as different since I am a watcher. We just use the abilities we have to do what we think is best. Okay, I hope I'm not crazy doing this, but
Yeah?
let's see if we can't get this open. All we can do is inspect the skeleton. Perhaps we're missing something. Come back at a later time then? Kind of relieved, actually. I'm hurt enough as it is. Let's just get out of here. Ow. It even hurts to move. Let's take care of this injury. Let's go relax in the inn.
Ready to brawl?
And Shoti can use her healing on me. I guess there's one more fight ahead of us. Oh, it's dead already. Lots of skeletons, though. Oh, lots of skeletons. Lots of skeletons. Oh, this is not good. Well, there was a lot of skeletons. Okay, I've got to intercept this one.
Let's go!
Get away from the loft. We should be able to do this easily. But there are a couple risen soldiers. More of them coming. There's a mage over there and two other skeletons. Aloth, we need your magic. Their mage is dead.
Cannot whack him any harder.
Just this last mage. That was good. And lots to loot too.
On it.
Lots to sell. Exceptional breastplate. Wow. Exceptional sword. These are some nice items.
Right. Will do.
Alright. Some more here. This way. Just see what's over here. What's that? Through the crumbling remains of an old tomb, a passage leads deeper into the mountain. Inspect the tomb's entrance. Skeletal remains jut out from the walls inside the tomb. Its niches now filled with loose rocks. Ahead, the graves lead into a passage. It bends to the left, a breeze whizzing into its hollow darkness. Yeah, I think we should leave. We have 2 people with big wounds. Can always come back here. We have to come back anyways because of that room, if we will come back. What is this place? Another part of it? Okay, forget it.
I've got it.
Obsidian Spall. It's kind of like the old city, just less rotting nasties everywhere. It doesn't smell bad. Except that rotting corpse thing I took down earlier. Okay. Yeah. It's a bit painful. Let's just take it back to the priest and then need to go rest. Hope he doesn't ask us to go back in there. But, like I said, we can go back in there. There was some areas that we didn't go to. Hello.
Coming along well, is it? It can be dangerous down there.
Dusty.
So I read.
Yeah.
I never went yet, but I will after I die.
Oh. Don't I have what I came for? Where is it? The Archmage's Vault. Yeah, that's right. We have to return the Harappo Epic. Eulogy for the Dead. I've acquired part of the Eulogy, a section referring to the vigil. Oh, we have to go back then. I thought it would just be in one spot. I've read part of the Eulogy of Usurp. His champion, Fadwin, the Lady of Vigils, battled beside him wielding a mace. Oh, that was only part of it. Okay, let's go rest and we'll return to that place then. So I decided to come to the gullet, to the hole. It's not my first choice, but it's close by. Have you seen a man named Giacomo?
Lots of folks come through the hole, fresh face. Have a look around for yourself, yeah?
Supposedly he's renting a room here. Like to buy something?
What you need?
I'd like to rent a room.
I've got just the thing for you, fresh face. Just the thing. Do you prefer spider-free or spider-full?
Definitely spider-free. Okay, well, I feel much better. Shopless imp? What is this? Vithrak? Tasty mine snacks. Okay. Well, I assume upstairs. If he's renting a room, it would have to be. Giacomo. Kind of looks like where an animaster would be.
This does not look good.
Pelagina surveys the damage to the room, eyes wide.
Why would someone do this to Giacollo's work? I thought Animansus was safe here in the dead fire.
Apparently not.
Even in a place this vile, someone must have heard or seen something. We should ask the owner if they know what happened.
I thought we just did, though. Of course. We'll find Giacollo, don't worry.
I hope so. Agrasima.
Is there any signs, any clues in here?
I'm here.
Aloth, your eyes.
Yeah?
Alright, back down. I wonder if there's anybody here we could ask. There's always a pirate here. Drunk and passed out.
On it.
Anybody know what happened to Giacollo? they're not even looking at me. There's a cat in there. Just take that cat with us, since we seem to be collecting animals, dogs and cats. Oh, and let's not forget Ishi. Birds, too. Okay, back to the owner.
Need something?
What happened to Jackalo? His room is a mess.
Can't say I know a jackalo, fresh face, but if you're meaning that guy with all the fancy and a schmancy equipment, bunch of pirates burst in here and dragged him right out.
Oh, that's just great.
Now, the hole's no high society tea house, but that's still some of the weirdest shit I ever seen go down here. See, the pirates, every one of them was godlike.
That kind of makes sense, actually.
No doubt they hauled him through the Narrows. Heard him hollering the whole way. Poor guy.
Well. I would really like to get this eulogy to Sir. The guy was kidnapped. Well, I don't know when that was, so we're gonna go get the rest of the eulogy first, then we'll go after Jackalo. We had to come and stay at this place anyways. The idea of having to go back there does not sit well with me, so let's just get it over with. Poor Jackalo is just gonna have to... I hope the godlike will keep him alive. But if their plan was to kill him, I'm sure they would have killed him already. So let's go back to the Sacred Stair. Poor Jackalo. There's always somebody I have to go save. Okay, back into this place that's not quite as bad as the old city, but still pretty bad. At least this time I don't have a gaping wound. Or a wrenched foot.
So scary.
It is scary, for good reason. At least the door stayed open. But I don't know if that's a good thing. The undead could wander out, or some kids like that we just saw wander in. Alright, well, I don't know where to go, but there was this tunnel over here, and then there's this other area. Looks like some kind of mausoleum. I don't know. Let's just try the tunnel. Enter the passage. I pull myself up into the tomb. Beyond the half-interred bodies flanking it, a passage into the rock winds its way upward. I ascend through its bends with care, leaving the light of the catacombs behind. I stand in a dark, narrow cavern. The path ahead climbs out of the depths of the mountain. If this just leads out, I don't... You know what, I'm curious to see where it comes out. Let's just follow it through. We cross through a narrow cavern, leaving behind, and begin our climb through a steep passage. The air grows stale and heavy. I stand before a hallway. Its columns frame dozens of tombs hollowed into the rock. Cubbyholes line the walls. Skeletal remains litter every alcove and spill into the stone slabs that tile the floor. Okay, so this doesn't just lead right out. Let's inspect the hallway. I carefully scan the corridor and focus on every detail. Skeletal remains, probably dislodged from their cubbyholes over centuries, litter the edges of the walls. Judging by an emblem etched on the stones of the tombs, members of the same clan or group lie buried here. A faint sparkle catches my eye. Under a pile of bones, collapsed inside an alcove, I discern something glittering. It seems to be within easy reach. Retrieve the glittering object from the tomb. I reach inside the cubbyhole, digging into a pile of bones and stones. My fingers touch something cold. Its surface smooth as glass. I grab it, surprised at its weight. and pull it out to reveal a large ruby resting in the palm of my hand. Well, this is worth a fortune. Okay, so let's cross the hallway and continue. Steps carved on the rock climb up the tunnel. Its exit forms ahead, chiseled against the light of the open sky. I stand on the narrow ledge of the tomb's entrance. Above, a tree hangs over the precipice, offering an anchor point for a grappling hook. The wind gusts beating on the side of the mountain will require a precise throw. Oh, that's to get up. Return to the passage tomb. So, yeah, I see where we are on the bottom. We return to the passage. The winds rage outside, yet the air of the tomb doesn't stir. Stale and heavy. Steps carved on the rock descend deep into the mountain. We walk down the steps, every stride echoing through the cavernous passage. Skeletal remains poke out of niches in the walls, lining up the way until the steps land into a narrow corridor. Okay, so we've been here. Let's go back across the hallway and continue. Continuing down the twisting cavern. We continue onward, following the turns on the path with careful but sure stride. As we round a bend, a drift of cold air announces the end of the narrow passage. Its exit appears ahead, flanked by half-interred bodies. I step out into an enormous cavern, its walls and sharp cliffs riddled with tombs leading into places unknown. Let's try this area here. As I understand it, we probably need something to fit and open up this door. Something that we don't have. Okay, so this is the only place to go. I guess we should try to hurry just for Jackalo's sake, but like I said, if they were going to kill him, they would have done it already. Well, this doesn't look suspicious or anything.
Right.
Aquamarine, silver fenning. Oh, look at this. You can see them in their cubby holes. They make him alive. At some point, Berathian bell. There's a flower growing in here. Silver fenning. Yeah, everyone get with me because the last thing I want to do is be surrounded by undead.
I wonder what this is.
Oh, yeah, out of the way.
On it.
Tell
Lock.
me. Of course.
An armored figure standing under a gate features prominently among the etchings that adorn this sarcophagus.
Will do.
Ah, Eulogy to Usur, the gate. Am nae ought to be bragging needless now, but 'tis important that a keep con how full of life, strong, and devout Usur whiz, and for a Berathian priest. This is written in old language. Thergither, by his side, in glorious battles, fought to Barath's honor. A gutted countless, undead wit me spear. For nearhan 20 years, Usur fought to keep shut the gates of hell. Surely they will crash open wit his passing. Losh, Borthwyn, Laird of Helden Gate.
Scallywag's home
Yep.
cap.
Oh, there's a mage. You know what? I'm gonna take the mage. Everybody else focus on the mage, actually. Mage is down. Ow! A priest and an armsman have come out. Ow. Even when I'm not in range, they're still hitting me.
You be right screwed.
Let's go.
Lava beyond 6. Athek worth and rock. Lava beyond 6.
Oh, even when I'm not in melee range, they're still hurting me. Another gaping wound. Why are you on me? Leave me alone.
Sweet redemption. Just like this.
Yep, another gaping wound. Just great. Effigy's husk. Quality superb. Huh. I don't know if we could use this, but it's light armor. I wonder though if maybe because light or the armor it is, the less recovery time is needed. I wonder if you couldn't wear that. Oh, it looks terrible. Oh, hideous. And the mask, you don't... I know the woman
Sure do
I
like it.
am with and care about is beneath that, so... She says she likes it, so... Okay, let's get this over with. Tired of all these injuries. I don't think that there's any other place to go. Maybe you need one of the eulogies to open this up. Maybe the third eulogy is in there.
Huh? Mm-hmm.
Get into position, guys. In case things go bad here. No, not you, Pelagina. I'll handle this. Okay, so I guess because I have the other eulogy, I'll call out his name, the Lord of Heldengate. My words reverberate in the darkness, beckoning the skeleton back to life. Borthwyn, Lord of Heldengate. The sound becomes a thrum riding the air as his soul essence coalesces and curls around me. It prickles along my skin before snaking for the skeleton's mouth. Empty eye sockets alight with flames. The skeleton shudders and rattles, head bowing forward. Its soul essence seeps into the door's seals.
Sure.
Okay, so they're not going to come awake and attack us? Or are they going to do that when we go into the room? Whoa, what is that thing? Almost looks like a construct. I hope we're going to be able to do this. It's tall, like twice the height of us, any of us. The towering skeleton straightens his spine, and the sound of his bones shifting rattles around the cavern. A gilded sword rests strapped to his back, and in his hand he grips a massive flail with a heavy skull for a striking head.
Watcher.
Yes. Twin fires flicker in the pits of his blackened eye sockets, burning with a deadly intent.
Been more than a middling life worth since my flails got bathed in bloody gore.
We don't have to fight, you know, especially if you're able to talk.
Long and last, It's a right fine pleasure jawing with someone who cons proper prose.
Same to you, my noble sir. 'Tis rare and seendal for a kinsman to cross my brood these undead days. What's a braw happening? But I still have a prestation to uphold. You can't, aye.
Are you saying you have something... You still have to guard this place? Is that what you're saying?
Speak, then perish. Listen, you've a cause from Berith to fare here.
The Death Guard drags the spiked skullhead of his immense flail over the ground, gouging the stone at his feet. Then he hefts the flail's chains over his bony shoulders. I couldn't be here if Berith didn't personally favor me. The skeleton stands still as death, magic billowing around him, burning up the air. For several moments he only stares. Then his teeth clack loudly, and he hefts the flail from his shoulders, swinging it just short of my throat.
So tell me what for the goddess would send ye. Swiftly.
Tell me why the goddess sent me? So why did the goddess
A button your next and last breath.
I am not here for that which you protect, Death Guard of Berith.
You're learned in the Berathian rites. You know how I serve my duty even in death.
With a bone-popping nod, he drops the flail skull down to crater the ground.
Aye. Stay your death, then I will.
I must take the last stone tablet of your eulogy to the High Priest of Berith.
Aye then. I'll allow it. They priests need to be keeping the sacred rites of Berith alive. There it lies in my burial grave.
Alright then, farewell. He speaks as if he's still alive. Eulogy to you, sir, the sword. It is too soon. Such pain cannot be fathomed. Wolf's teeth gnawing at my ribs, burn and fever, this devouring flames. I think flames is what it meant. A troth to vow, nay, cannon be broken to Berith to slay the undead. Hunted riven, far too near, too deep in the dead fire. Recovered the sword of souls, and should ha' killed Riven in battle at Duskin Isle as I killed her heir. But instead I was struck sidelins. No capitalizing of the sentences, huh? Forget the carrant to the temple, sepulchres, or near saw it. Ended lying in a grave, captive to the pallid night. Now I cannot keep a grip on the sword. It tells and 'twill be taken, if in a die. Wielded as a wound, hurt some caw again Berith. I cannot die, and fail I? Will not die, will not die, will not die. Hiv to see Riven suffer, hiv to ward Berith's sacred weapon. Eyeways, you sir. I don't quite understand just what the heck was said there, and I'm not going to touch that skeleton over there. Or go after anything else in here. We're done. We're out. Although there is a big stone over there. Avadra. Let's get out of here. I do believe we have... Yeah. Let's return to Kasu in the Temple of Berith. We fought enough undead for today, if you ask me.
I admire you, Shoti, for holding to your beliefs, even against the wishes of your superiors.
You really mean that? 'Cause I thought you didn't much like me.
I mean it. It took me entirely too long to learn to do the same.
There's just a simple elegance about Shoti. She's simple, yet she seems to want everyone to like her. And she never thought that I could like her in a romantic way. Don't know why. She's pretty attractive, actually.
Coming along well, is it? It can be dangerous down there. So I read. I never went yet. But I will after I die.
Did you know your sir had become a death guard?
Had heard, but knew no. Is it true? Isair is a death guard. So, under the right duress, it can be done.
You want to become a death guard? Is that why you're preparing a ritual to kill yourself?
Yes, the fate that awaits me. Then I will walk within the catacombs beneath the temple.
Why did you guys leave all these eulogies down there to begin with? Oh, okay.
Finally, I'll be one of Berath's chosen, blessed for always.
Okay. I'm never going back in that tomb again.
Tiverus? It would be funny if it were not so pathetic.
Shoti puffs out a heated breath. Pelagina, please.
May your God have mercy on your soul.
Pelagina's golden eyes narrow.
Call me Fathomedic, but why be sticking around if all the best bits and bobs fall off?
He blinks wide eyes back at me. Why do this? Surely you are more valuable to Berath alive and leading the flock.
Value and worth are not the same, no.
Slanting me a feeble smile, the priest checks the remainder of a nearby hourglass. Then he uncorks his goatskin flask and chokes down a deep swig.
We will speak again. After my acolyte has gouged my heart from my chest. The cutting and the chants will work.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I think I'll be leaving now. Head tipped back, he closes his eyes as if he can hear the chanting already.
You'll see.
I don't think I want to.
All right. I will address your inquiries best as I can. So
Okay.
ask.
I've acquired the stone tablets containing Ysir's eulogy.
Give them here.
The priest's arms quiver from the weight of the stone-carved tablets. As he sets them down, his hands scan the grooved words.
Truly, you are Berath's champion. Yet you will not die soon. There is work ahead for you. I set these aside for you. Old keepsakes from another time.
Okay. Well, I may be Berath's champion. I really feel like Berath's punching bag.
Berath holds you close. Perhaps in helping you.
He trails off, leaving the thought unfinished. Checking an hourglass, he uncorks the goatskin flask and chokes down half of its silvery contents. He really likes drinking that. Farewell. I hope that whatever you choose to do in your death is what you really want. You're not doing it for, I don't know, for Berath. Time to leave.